Alright, Black Voice. No Nut November is finally over. You know what that means, don't you? Aw yeah, we're gonna be a lot more respectful to the female gender and not immediately think about smashing them just because they're thick. Wrong! We're gonna do the opposite! Take that halo off your head, boy. What do you think this is, church? Then we're talking about Christmas elves today. Oh, I see. So in other words, we're talking about the ho-ho-hos of Christmas. You're damn right. It's time to ask the real questions. Does the Christmas elf waifu even exist? You know, they're even attractive. And the main question every man of culture wants to know, can you f them? Let's find out. Alright, first off, what is a Christmas elf? Oh, I got this night. Christmas elves are tiny dwarf-like creatures with pointed ears. They're known to live with Santa Claus in the North Pole and help Santa with his workshop. They're often perceived as immortal, but with a youthful appearance, and they have the power to influence the things you see, do, and experience. It is also believed that Santa's elves help to keep the workshop hidden from ordinary human eyes. And the folklore of Christmas elves is rooted in many different cultures. And these cultures include Norse mythology, Scandinavian folklore, Germanic folklore, and European folklore. Now in Norse mythology, the elves were called the Alfar, or the hidden folk. And they were believed to be beautiful, magical, and powerful, and were often associated with forests, rivers, and other natural features. Now that sounds great. Tell them about the worst one in folklore. Well, okay, the worst one in folklore, and these may not exactly be Christmas elves, but more like the European version of Christmas elves. And these elves were seen as nefarious, and were often linked to demons. Now viewer, this is when I realized, depending on the culture, elves can be very, very, very different. Some are beautiful, some are tall, some are short, some are mischievous, and some are helpful. Elves in these cultures were linked to gnomes, fairies, and spirits. And specifically in the Scandinavian folklore, elves were called gnomes and protected houses from evil spirits. But they also gave people hiccups and bad dreams. And in Germanic folklore, they were feared. They were considered the guardians of nature and were often associated with fertility and prosperity. So, to make it simple, elves can be good and elves can be bad. And this must go for Christmas elves too. But is it wise to smash one? Let's dig deeper. The modern idea for Christmas elves didn't come till the mid-1800s. And one of the earliest, most influential depictions of a Christmas elf appeared in a poem in 1823 called A Visit from St. Nicholas, commonly known as A Night Before Christmas, by Clement Clarke Moore. Now this poem did not explicitly mention Christmas elves, but instead it called Santa Claus a jolly old elf. Oh my god, Knight, my theory is correct. What theory? Well, according to this poem, Santa Claus is an elf. Technically, at least traditionally. Yeah, and he goes around saying, ho ho ho, right? Yeah, what are you implying? I think Santa Claus is a pimp. Voice, he's called Saint Nick. Oh, you make it sound like saints can't sin. Wait a minute, I know what you're saying. You think Santa Claus has a harem of elf waifus, don't you? I mean, the lore is that the elves work in his workshop, and maybe they're working on other things, if you know what I mean. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I don't think I'm completely following. The toys, Knight. What type of toys do females and males like to play with that aren't meant for kids? Voice, you dirty kitty. It's true, Knight. Santa Claus is a freak, and I'm tired of pretending he's not. And the worst part is, he knows exactly what your girl likes, and he knows whether she's been naughty or nice. Hoo-hoo. You know what? Man, that make a lot of sense. Yeah, it does. Giggity. But either way, stay on topic, because while your theory is interesting, it has no proof behind it. So you say. I guarantee you, if you look on one of those adult websites, you find all the proof you need. Oh, whatever. Anyway, Santa Claus is traditionally supposed to be an elf that's a pimp. Quiet! After the poem The Night Before Christmas was made, a book was eventually made in 1856 by a writer named Louisa May Alcott, and it was called Christmas Elves. And the book was never published, but apparently these elves were described as industrious and cheerful beings who assist Santa in preparing for Christmas. There were also other writers who wrote books about elves during this time period too. I bet I can tell you why they were so cheerful too, Knight. Man, Santa Claus has Mrs. Claus. And what makes you think she's his only lover? The lore? And besides, the depiction of elves in most movies and in fiction is mostly dwarf and childlike, or in other words, they look like kids. And even if they don't look like kids, they just look like little people. So, little people need love too. Are you saying you would smash a Christmas elf that look like a child? Voice, that's wrong. Yeah, for her. Just because I'm the man in the situation does not mean I'm the creepy one. Because if I'm 24 and she's like 400 years old, but she looks younger than me, technically she should be the one seen as a creep. A lot of the elves are predators too, Knight. Besides, technically speaking, since she's immortal, you'll be dead before she even looks like she's 18. Well, I suppose for this conversation, it all depends on your morality and ethics. I can't do it. I have to agree with you there. Even though she is older, she does lack the thickness. But the ones that are just short and look like adults, I say go for it. Okay, and I can agree with you on that part. But now there is one more type of Christmas elf that many people forget about, and that's a tall type. And this elf just looks like a traditional female with long ears. And with that being said, voice, it's time to talk about the waifus. Ooh, let me get first pick. What, you got someone special in mind? Yeah, man, check this out.
A few moments later.
I know you did not go to Hallmark to find a Christmas elf. Knight, hear me out, man. Hell no, this is just a bootleg elf Christmas movie. Hear me out, though. No, you know I hate Hallmark. Them ears look fake. It's been that body is real. So hear me out. Fine, let's see what you got. Well, alright, this is a Christmas movie called Help for the Holidays. And this female elf is named Christine, but she's played by a woman named Summer Glau. Oh my god, I'm already bored with this generic plot. So what you're saying is she's smash worthy. Yeah, man, and Santa Claus thinks so too. Bro, where's that Santa Claus looking at? Huh, you know. Nah, Santa, you supposed to be a saint. Nah, he a pimp. He about to add one more ho to his ho ho ho. Hold up, I just read the script. This is a guy named Uncle Dave in the movie. He's supposed to be Christine's love interest. Well, that explains a lot, but Christine's still worth it. I admit the actor is hot, but there has to be better elf waifus out there. Okay then, Knight, check out my next one.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie, I lost focus like several times watching this. Yeah, she ain't the thickest in the bunch, but she got some nice legs. Hold up, go back down for a second. Ooh, Lord. Voice, I know what I want for Christmas. Alright, first off, shout out to @ArielQC, because he's the one who suggested this one. Now this female elf is from the movie Fred Claus, and her name is Charlene. She's one of Santa's helpers, and she's the love interest of the head elf, Willie. Hold up, pause. Does Charlene like short kings? Yep. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, keep her. A true queen right here, 100%. Knight, I guarantee you she's the one who made the candy canes. Nah, she's the one who tests adult toys. Oh my god, Knight, dirty. What? Someone gotta make sure they work. And if for showing about to be the one that looks like a lolly or an old lady, you know what? True that, true that. Now moving on, final one. And in my opinion, the best one. Jingle Damn! Are you done? Not looking at her? Woman got that hourglass figure body with them childbirthing hips. And what's in the gift? Is this for me? The tag says for all bad little boys. Yeah, that's for me. Anyway, her name is Jingle Bell Kringle. She's from a comic called Oni Double Feature Issue 13. She's supposed to be at least 220 years old, and she's the daughter of Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. Well, damn, they got some good genes. Now, according to her creator, Paul Dina, Jingle loves going out to have a lot of crazy misbehaving fun. What kind of fun we talking, Knight? Well, she likes doing extreme winter sports, like snowboarding and ice hockey. She likes to hang out with her girlfriends, and she also likes hanging out with, quote-unquote, hot, good-looking young boys. Hold up, pause. She's 220 years old, how young we talking? It doesn't really state their age. If I had to guess though, she looks like she'll hop on anything not nailed down. Hey, just because she's hot doesn't mean she's a sleut. Boys, look at these images. Look at the images, bruh. I didn't make these. She's doing a little bit more than delivering presents down that chimney. Well, men have been asking for thick elves for centuries. About time they got it. Bro, are you suggesting that Santa Claus is pimping out his daughter? I mean, she's 220 years old, Knight. 220 years old. And one of her abilities, besides immortality and longevity, is simply being an attractive female. Well, damn, voice, when you put it like that, it actually makes a little bit of sense. Really? No, it sounds stupid. Thinking Santa Claus pimping out his own daughter. Wrong with you. Now, she is probably a sleut, but she's a sleut who likes to help people. Yeah, but the real question is, help them with what? Anyway, before I forget, shout out to @Mel-Mayhem 2024. He was the only reason I even found this waifu. Now viewers, do you think there's any more Christmas elf waifus out there? Preferably ones that don't look like children and aren't 4 feet tall? If they're short, that's fine, but they still gotta be thick though. Agreed? Agreed, voice, agreed. And viewers, tell us which waifu on this list do you guys think is better? Bro, there's only one on this list that has some ass. You know what? You right. It's definitely Jingle. But anyway, tell us what you think in the comments. And you guys make sure to have a Merry Christmas. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can find some more images of Miss Kringle over here. Check rule 34. Shut up, I know where to look.